So here's an example of how to do a 5-second test. What I've got here is I've got a presentation slide that I'll use to basically cover up the website. And I've got a test subject with whom I am sharing this screen, and we're on a Hangout call. And I'm going to show you exactly how this whole process works. So let's start. We'll start by, I'm going to switch to a website, show it for 5 seconds, and just take those 5 seconds to just look at the website, and that's it. And that's about 5 seconds. So what do you remember seeing on this page?
Well, I read there was something about a product, maybe about skin, something had to do with beauty, but it didn't say what services it provided. It was just a basic description of that product. That's what I remember in the basic image.
What do you remember seeing on the image?
Uh, well, it was a woman on the right hand side, and that's about it. But no
Okay.
sign of the product or anything.
Do you remember any text specifically on the page?
Something about nourishing, something
Right,
like that.
okay. Yeah. And do you remember the brand name or the name of the site?
No, that was way too complicated. I tried reading it, but I remember that the time is ticking, and I
Right,
had to move
okay.
on. It was way too complicated.
Okay. Okay. So what do you reckon this, what kind of a site is this? What do you reckon you can get there or do there on this site? And who do you think it's for?
Well, I assume it's for women, basically.
Hmm.
But I don't really know what you can get. I mean, you could probably place an order below. If I scroll down, that's what I think I would get. But again, I'm not sure because it was just a basic description of the
Hmm.
product.
So
But
that's an
it was,
interesting. Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, it was simple, and
Mhm.
it was pretty straightforward. It wasn't confusing or anything like that.
Yeah. So that's an interesting point you make, is that you expect to see products when you scroll down, or you expect to be able to buy something when you scroll down, and that's in fact the case. So I would say that's a pretty good sign, right? That
Mhm.
you caught that this was something about you caught the word nourishment, which is interesting. You caught that it was about skincare. You remember seeing the woman, and yeah, the name is definitely very difficult to read. But I think it's a very good sign here that basically what you expected would happen when you scroll down is what happens when you scroll down. So that's a pretty good result. And so what we're using here to do this test is literally just we're using Hangouts to get on a call. We're using I'm recording the screen, but you could do that. So I'm using Camtasia if you want to record your 5-second tests. So you could do that. I'm recording my screen as we're doing this. I'm on a Hangout call, and I'm simply using Alt Tab on my keyboard to go through the apps. So I basically choose my presentation slide to cover and hide the website, and then I Alt Tab to show the website for just 5 seconds. That's the sum total of technology that we're using here. So it's pretty simple setup.